Are you tired of buying expensive fertilizers that don't deliver? What if I told you there's a simple, natural way to make your plants thrive? In today's video, we're testing the real results of organic fertilizer, before and after. Stick around to see how it changed the game for our plants and to find out if it's really worth the hype. Let's dive in. Alright, let's set the stage. We've got a garden here that's been struggling a bit lately. And honestly, it's not the first time we've seen plants go through a rough patch. Whether you're a seasoned gardener or just starting out, it's easy to get frustrated when you pour your time and effort into your plants, only to see them struggle with things like yellowing leaves, stunted growth, or weak roots. And that's exactly what we're working with today. There's the basil plant that's been looking a bit droopy for weeks now, and the tomatoes are barely growing, just some tiny green fruits that never seem to ripen. And let's not forget the herbs in the back corner, which have been growing at a snail's pace. We've watered them, we've given them plenty of sunlight, and we've even talked to them like the good plant parents we are. But still, they're not thriving like we hoped. At first glance, it's easy to blame the soil. Maybe the nutrients aren't there, or maybe we've been using the wrong type of soil all along. Some soils drain too quickly, others hold too much moisture, and some just lack the right balance of nutrients to really help the plants grow strong. But here's the kicker, soil can be easily fixed with the right kind of fertilizer. Now you might be thinking, well, why not just use the regular store-bought fertilizer? You've probably seen those big bags of fertilizer at the garden center with all sorts of promises, green lawns, massive flowers, and perfect vegetables. Sure, they might work in the short term, but those synthetic fertilizers often come with a catch. They can build up salt levels in the soil over time, strip the soil of beneficial microbes, and even cause long-term damage to the ecosystem. So, in comes organic fertilizer. Organic fertilizer is a game changer for anyone who wants to take a more sustainable, natural approach to gardening. It's made from things like compost, manure, bone meal, and even certain types of algae, all of which are rich in the essential nutrients plants need to thrive. What makes organic fertilizer so unique is that it works with the soil to create a healthy, balanced environment. Rather than just feeding the plant directly, it feeds the soil, which then feeds the plants. This means it helps improve the overall health of the soil, encouraging the growth of microbes and earthworms that make the ground richer and more fertile over time. Here it is, organic fertilizer. It's all natural, eco-friendly, and safe for the environment. This isn't just any fertilizer though. We've got one that's packed with nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, all the things plants crave. And guess what? It's also full of microbes that help break down organic matter in the soil. So it's not just about feeding the plants, it's about feeding the soil too. We're going to apply this fertilizer to the plants in our garden today, but not just a little sprinkle. No, we're going full on. A nice solid layer around the base of each plant. We want to see what this stuff can really do. So let's get to work. Now let's talk about what organic fertilizer is made of. Unlike chemical fertilizers that rely on synthetic compounds, organic fertilizers are made from natural materials such as compost, manure, bone meal, fish emulsion, and even seaweed. Once we've spread the fertilizer around, we'll water it in to help it settle into the soil. Now here's the thing with fertilizers, whether organic or chemical, it doesn't work overnight. So we'll need some patience. It's been about a week since we put down the organic fertilizer, and let's just say, we're already starting to see some changes. The plants are starting to perk up, the yellowing leaves are starting to fade, and there's this new vibrant green popping up all over the place. Honestly, it's like they woke up after a long nap. But we're not stopping here. Let's check back in a couple of weeks for the big reveal. As we wait for the organic fertilizer to work its magic, the first thing to understand is that organic fertilizers don't deliver instant results. Unlike synthetic fertilizers, which can sometimes provide a quick growth spurt, organic fertilizers are all about gradual, long-term improvement. One of the first signs that the fertilizer is working is the color of the leaves. Another early sign that the fertilizer is working is new growth. This can be a little harder to spot right away, but keep an eye out for tiny shoots and fresh leaves popping up. Those new growths are a good indication that the plants are beginning to access the nutrients they need to thrive. Okay, here we are 2 weeks later. It's safe to say the difference is incredible. Our once sad plants are now thriving. They're fuller, greener, and even some new buds are starting to form. That's right, this organic fertilizer did its job. It didn't just help the plants grow, it helped the soil come back to life. These plants are literally thriving on what nature intended. The soil's healthier, The plants are happier, and we didn't need to spend a fortune on chemical fertilizers. This is the power of organic. So, should you try it? Absolutely. Whether you're a gardening pro or a beginner, organic fertilizer can make a world of difference in how your plants grow. No harsh chemicals, no fake promises, just real results. If you want to see more before and after tests, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. And hey, if you've tried organic fertilizer, drop your experience in the comments below. Let's talk plants. See you next time.